The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here's Brandon.
Time to close the Heights week here with a song. And here with me to say bye to the show from the Bob and Tom Show and the Brandon Peters Show.
That's right.
It's Jessica Alsman.
Hey, Brandon.
If it's
I'm very excited to say goodbye. Wait, not goodbye, but bye.
Bye. If it's like something show, probably got Jessica Alsman on it. Somebody's name and show. So it's possible. So Bye is the lead single from NSYNC's second album. You could be, if you want, I guess the Christmas album is a studio album. That can be, I've seen that counted as the second album. I feel like that's Elseworld offshoot spin-off stuff. But this is their follow-up that people wanted. No one heard their first one was like, I can't wait for they gave me new songs and their Christmas song.
No. Yeah, no, those don't even count at all. They're not original. Like, well, I guess Happy Holiday. It was pretty good, but still.
Just get yourself on now. That's why I call it Christmas with the song. That's all you got to do. No Strings Attached. It's also featured I'll Never Stop. It's going to be Me, which gets a meme every end of April.
I was going to say, it's going to be May.
It's
going to be May.
And this I Promise You. An album which set a record of 1 week sales on its debut with 2.4 million copies sold. And that record was held until Adele's 25 in 2015, which just oversold it by like thousands. And which Adele's is probably more impressive because of today's day and age, honestly. And it went on to be the best-selling album of the year 2000 and the decade. So the decade in 2000 started. NSYNC was like, we're going to take this right now. We'll just wait it out. And it went in that year, it went 9 times platinum, which is the highest certified platinum in a single year, topping the Bodyguard soundtrack, which was 6 times platinum. And it topped the charts for 8 consecutive weeks. Also, the total for that decade was 11.5 million sold. So that's 11 times platinum. It's probably 12, 13 now. Just lots of
good album.
Yeah. This was supposed to drop in November of 99, but there was like a legal battle NSYNC was having with management, and it pushed it back. And like, I think it came out in like March, and the album, the song Bye came out in January, but instead of just like, it built hype for this thing, like huge hype. And so much, this is considered, like, this album is considered the climax of the late 90s, early 2000s teen pop fad, like where you had the boy bands, you had Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, NSYNC, you had Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson. Like, it was all
you had Will Smith still doing music consistently.
Right. So this is it.
Like, I snuck Will Smith in there. I'm just thinking of Millennium, because I'm like, in 99, 2000, the big song would have been Millennium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until Bye came out.
Right. On January 17th, it was sent to radio and performed at the AMAs. It had been performed a couple places before, but that was the big drop for it. It was Grammy nominated for Record of the Year, but Jessica, it lost.
To who?
To who? U2 for Beautiful Day. The other nominees were Macy Gray's I Try, Music by Madonna, and Destiny's Child's Say My Name. It was also nominated for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals, but it lost Do you know who it lost to? Steely Dan,
Really?
Cousin Dupree. The other nominated songs were Backstreet Boys, Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely, Bare Naked Ladies, Pinch Me, and The Corrs, Breathless. Go on,
Wow.
go on. But don't worry, it raked in the VMAs and Teen Choice Awards. Won Best Pop Video, Best Choreography, and Viewer's Choice, but it did not win Video of the Year. Okay,
Which is crazy.
There's 3 categories it lost, and I'm like, what? So Video of the Year was beat by Eminem, The Real Slim Shady.
Which makes sense because it was different.
It was, yeah. But the other nominees were Blink-182's All the Small Things, which is a parody of boy band videos. Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo, and Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Guess what? It didn't win Best Group Video. That was won by Blink-182, All the Small Things. Also nommed was Destiny's Child, Save My Name, Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly, and Californication again. Guess what? It also did not win Best Dance Video. I'm sorry, these amuse
How did
me,
it not win
folks.
Best Dance Video?
J-Lo, Waiting for Tonight was the one that beat it. Also nominated, Ricky Martin for Shake a Bon Bon.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Cisco's Thong Song was nominated.
Oh, that is great.
And Britney Spears, You Drive Me Crazy.
Dang it.
Which that's not that great of a video, but I guess
it's
dance.
just because
There's
it's
a lot
Britney Spears and yeah.
It's from the movie You Drive Me Crazy
Mm-hmm.
or Drive Me Crazy with Melissa Joan
Hart
Hart.
and dude from Entourage.
Yep.
It's like, well, you know, that guy from Entourage, who is also in a movie right now called Clickbait that I need to check out.
There we go.
Netflix, there you go.
So this is where I feel like at one point the Backstreet Boys were like, that's and then NSYNC was like, well, there's also them, you know, they were your GoBots to Transformers. But here's where I think NSYNC became the Transformers and turned the Backstreet Boys into the GoBots. Like the Backstreet Boys sales numbers, nowhere near this shit. Like they're big, but they're half of what NSYNC's doing. And
which is crazy.
Yeah, I feel like this is where they passed them in popularity, quality, and Timberlake was bigger than any Backstreet Boy.
So watching Bye 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 and reliving, first off, my first concert ever going to was the NSYNC No Strings Attached tour. Thank you. Second row from the top at Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, which it was called Conseco at the time. And I also fell walking up the stairs to my seats because it was really, really steep up there.
Oh, no.
But I was like in 7th grade, 8th grade, something like that. That 12, 13 or 14, somewhere around there. It was fun. But like JC was an amazing singer. He is like the lead most of the time, or at least 50-50.
He was the talent. He was like the super talented one, but it was Justin Timberlake that really
kind of took off and won people's hearts.
Yeah. JC was, and then there was like people like Lance, I guess.
Yeah. I'm basically Joey Fatone because when you watch all these fancy dance moves, like some people have like this, they're really smooth in the rhythm. And there's like Joey doing stuff. I'm like, that'd be me. It's like, I am doing the motions and you can tell I'm doing it. It's not smooth, whatever. Like JC and Justin, it's almost like they're
Backstreet Boys had Kevin. Like there's always that guy. There was the one in like 98 Degrees. He had like the brunette Van Dyke goatee thing and bleach blonde hair. I was like, no.
I can't think of what he looks like.
Guy, he talked like this in their songs. He had that Boys to Men. Yeah.
It would be like Nick Lachey, his little brother, and then and then this other guy that no one knows the hell he did, but there had to be 4. At least there's a minimum 4 in these boy bands.
Okay, so we're saying Bye 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 to the Heights, right?
Yeah.
Who does JC remind you of when you're watching? Like,
you're talking JT?
No. JC
Chavez or something like that. Wait, she's supposed to remind me of someone from the Heights?
And I was watching, I'm like, well, who does he look like? And I'm like,
are you saying Dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Like if Dizzy was less goofy.
It was almost like serious. They could definitely be cousins.
Okay. Yeah.
Like when you go back and watch it, like, all right. Until you get to the era where Justin like shaves his head and then JC got to be the one that grow his hair out.
Right.
Not so much, but especially in this Bye 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 video. Total, like, I don't know.
Do you know it? Do you know the song that influenced this one in production and everything? It was Destiny's Child's Bills, Bills, Bills. Bye, bye, bye. Bills, bills, bills. Take my pay, my bills. They wanted to recreate that. That's where they came up with Bye, bye, bye. Yeah.
This is why I listened to the show, Brandon, to learn stuff.
Interesting stuff. There's a lot of people on this album. Like, I was looking at people like Richard Marx worked on No Strings Attached.
What?
Yeah. 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 Richard Marx worked on it. There's some other name. Diane Warren worked on it. Yeah. Pulled out all the stops. But the video is directed by Wayne Isham. And good Lord, music video god. Like, he has over 220 like beyond legitimate credits to his name, dating back to Pink Floyd's Money back in 1973. He directed, this is before music videos, but he did a video for Pink Floyd's Money. And he also directed Satellite by Dave Matthews Band. So
oh wow, there you go.
That one. All his other credits, you can look them up. But lot, like, it's like tons of Bon Jovi. He was definitely there in the hair metal days for a lot, but he's guy did a lot of work. Like, normally I list way more than I should have people. This guy beat me. Like, I'm like, I can't sit in that. So I will put
I'll name a song, he probably did it. There you go.
I'll throw out the DMB video, which starred Johnny Galecki, Satellite. That's what I'll throw out there. So because that's the one that means the most to me, apparently. So this was #1 on TRL for 25 straight days.
Oh, I definitely remember watching that.
Do you know what had a longer streak than that by one day?
Was it Backstreet Boys?
You drive me crazy.
Sing it.
But it feels alright. Stop. Whatever that. You remember that part of the video?
Yeah.
Because they called it You Drive Me Crazy, the Stop remix, and the only difference was she goes, stop. And then it goes back into it. It's like, boom, 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 boom. And that video's not good. Like, I don't know why people kept requesting. Like, it is Britney Spears and a bunch of people out by cars dancing, and then like Melissa Joan Hart and floppy hair from Entourage just like wandering around. That's all the video is. It sucks. Like,
I can't remember if we talked about this before, but it's this perfect era of me watching TRL. And I remember someone wrote a letter in to Carson and they're like, dude, Britney Spears, the Sometimes music video, there's a girl that scratches her crotch. And so they go to replay it on TRL and they basically show you that when she gets to the second verse, like, I want to be so shy. And it goes back to this girl that's like sitting on the car. She's literally scratching her crotch. It's a close up. And they didn't like catch it in editing at all.
Right. Because
it's on focus on Britney, but no, sitting right next to Britney's shoulder is a girl and she's scratching her crotch. So there you go, people. Go back and watch the Sometimes music video.
Sometimes I run. Sometimes I scratch.
But and it's not like a casual. She was probably just like, oh my gosh, I'm in this stupid denim shorts or whatever, and I can't handle it. I got to readjust. I got to get to that. And she went for it, and no one caught it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, these were edited for TV, so no one's doing post on this with a big projection or anything to notice that. Like, if you go a year ago, folks, to the very first episode of the Brandon Peters Show, Scott Mendelson and I talk about going to watch the first season of 24 at the Chinese Theater, projected on the big screen. What you didn't know is there's a lot of production crew people visible in shots during the show that you could not see on a small screen, and you'd notice them. That. So it's like, oh, what? There's a guy with a clipboard just standing. Like, what is he? Do the terrorists not see him? Like,
that crotch is still in the middle of the screen, though. That's what's awkward. It's not like it was randomly in a corner. It's like, nope, it's where your poster is right now on your shoulder, where it says like escape from New York.
Yeah.
It'd be like right there, basically.
Right where Snake and Donald Pleasance.
And Adrian Barbeau in the shot.
Okay. So, oh wow, was it back in the Jesse days? It's like, hey, Carson. love you, do you remember him from the Wanna Be a
Really?
VJ? The guy that like ironically got voted and won by the people.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And Carson, you could tell Carson wanted to kill that guy.
Well, I couldn't tell back then. I thought everybody was like everybody.
What's up, Carson? And then Carson would be like, oh, great, Jesse. And then the best, so sorry to tangent, but Bye 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 is a huge staple of TRL, folks. So this is relevant. Like this.
Yes.
So Jesse wins the Wanna Be a VJ, ironically, because he's just this drugged up fucking moron. And he looks like a living scarecrow. He is like 8 foot tall, skinny, wearing like just denim all the time. So he wins it, beats Dave Holmes, and he's around, and all of a sudden, like, Dave Holmes is still doing stuff at MTV, and because that's what the MTV wanted. But so Jesse goes from in the studio doing TRL and stuff with Carson to all of a sudden outside the studio doing stuff for Carson to not on that show anymore doing stuff to we gave Jesse's band a record contract and an album and he's going on tour and we're getting the fuck away from him. And he was gone. And he was gone.
What's he doing now? Where's he at now?
I saw some video of him like looking for coke at some club like 8 years ago or something. He's like, hey, going. Like, woo. And then Dave Holmes became a regular VJ. And then he was on he did that like dinner in a movie show.
Oh, I love that on TBS.
DV Blu-ray, that DVD show where they would do like extras or stuff. Yeah, like he was very host job friendly. He was talented. Like it was like people vote for Jesse because they think he looks stupid and they want to just make a mockery of this. That's what they did. And it pissed Carson off. And you could it was entertaining to watch him just visibly like irritated because Carson always comes off like a nice guy and he's got to keep that persona and just watching that. But speaking of nice guys, here's the 4 nice guys of NSYNC. This song, fucking everywhere. Holy crap. You knew the lyric. Like, I don't care how much of a hard ass, I don't listen to metal or I don't listen to old, like you knew Bye Bye Bye. I'm sorry. You knew it up and down. You knew the lyrics. Like, you did. I don't care how cool you think you are. You knew it.
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere. You knew it. It's one of the like, there's probably like 5 boy band songs that everybody knows from that era. And it's like, Bye Bye Bye. Like, I Want It That Way. Backstreet Back, All Right. Gonna Be Me. Hardest Thing, 98 Degrees. Throw it in there. Maybe.
Sure.
Just to get to add some flavor. Just to add a third one. Because most of them are probably Backstreet Boys. But yeah, you know this one. So don't act too cool.
And you probably knew the dance, or at least somewhat of the dance. Yeah.
You knew it.
Donnie knows the dance, my boo thing. And I always make him like do it.
Your grandparents knew it. So
that JT, he's probably going to be something someday. And everyone's going out and getting their frosted tips.
Yeah.
If they didn't already after the first album, which they probably already did. So yeah. If they didn't have the bleached blonde hair from Eminem.
Right. That's true.
So you were either Eminem or you frosted your tips. There was no in between.
So the video starts with like the album cover. It's girl, they're marionettes. They're on these puppets and there's a woman puppeteering them. And that girl's played by Kim Smith, who, let me tell you who Kim Smith is, because she starred in Van Wilder. She was in the Aerosmith video for Girls of Summer, Maroon 5 video for Wake Up Call. She starred in Catwoman, 3 episodes of Friday Night Lights. No credits since 2011, but in 2000, she was rated number 3 on the Maxim Hot 100 Babes list. She placed 11th in 2001, number 28 in 2002, and number 64 in 2005.
Wow.
Yep. It's Kim Smith, ladies and gentlemen, the star of Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
But she starts cutting the strings on them and they'll fall down and go through an action thing. So we first get Joey And who's that guy's name? The braids guy.
Chris.
Chris. Yes, Chris. They fall on a train and get chased across the top, which I guess those two did most of the stunts for this part. And they end up falling off the train, getting into the coach car, avoiding this woman hounding after them.
It was a big deal when they had to film it too. They had to like fly all the way to.
Oh yeah, there was a making the video. MTV used to do making the video. This was one of them.
I was gonna say they got on top of the Flying Scotsman. They were actually doing their own stunts, no strings or anything. It was real legit. But there was a making video of the video
tonight on making the video. Like, oh, okay. I believe Blink-182's All the Small Things had one too.
As it should have.
It should have.
It's like, were you guys really naked? Really? Wait, no. Am I thinking of the same song?
Yeah, that's what's my age again.
What's my age
that's
again?
the naked one.
I don't know what their video was then.
It was All the Small Things. It was where they parodied I Want It That Way, 98 Degrees. I Do.
As soon as I watch it, it's going to come back to me. It's like the TRL flashback.
Right. Which came out, that video came out. They didn't have time to parody this, I don't think. So then she cuts off Justin Timberlake. He goes solo here. This is like a foreshadowing, right? They go in groups, but Justin's by himself. And he just like superhero lands and the music stops. He's like,
gives a little look at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, we all know what that is.
And he just runs through. Yeah, he runs through a warehouse and she's in like leather and has dogs. Like that's what she does. And then JC and Lance get cut off and they get a convertible red. I didn't know this. I had to look it up. Dodge Viper RT/10. And they have a car chase with this girl. And it kind of like is like the GoldenEye Mission Impossible 2 chase, which Mission Impossible 2 came out later that summer, so they couldn't have been mimicking that. But they said it was inspired by the film Ronin. Sure, I could see that, especially how they get out of this situation at the end. But I was like, it's not like GoldenEye and Mission Impossible 2, but the way they shot it. But there's a part where the music stops again because JC pulls the CD out of the player and blows on it and throws it back. And
funny.
Like, all right, that's cool. So there's a lot of action in this. And during we're singing it portion where it's like the band's playing and they're doing their little dances. They're all wearing matching long sleeve and pant outfits, just different kind of colors on their tops. And they're in this like square room, which is like the one they use for Nightmare on Elm Street and Poltergeist, where like the room turns, but you can't see it turning. But the way their bodies are, like, looks like they're doing weird stuff.
It was really cool. Yeah, it's a giant box that moved, right? So
yeah,
they could play around and look like they're jumping off the wall or bouncing off the walls. And
yeah, I mentioned Nightmare on Elm Street and Poltergeist with NSYNC. Kind of interesting, kind of thing to do. But yeah, so like the video is action oriented, all this stuff, and like I watched it and I was like, it was like yesterday, because I remember this video. Like I wasn't like into NSYNC or anything back then or whatever, but like I saw this video. Like TRL was what you did. Like you got home
for sure. They actually showed music videos and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, like you didn't want to do extracurriculars in high school because there was TRL. You'd miss it, right? Like yeah, so you would see NSYNC, and this one was one of those like TLC Waterfalls videos where it was just like, God damn, it's on again.
When did they start retiring them? Because I remember they would retire videos after a certain point. They're, okay, you maxed out, you're getting retired.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember them retiring videos? Or
I think they'd say that, but it was a whole load of shit.
And I think they had to, because I was asking Donnie about it, and he's like, I think they had to because you have the bands like Korn and stuff, Freak on a Leash, and all them are coming up, but like if their videos aren't getting played, or maybe they were getting played,
it's probably
and
that,
like,
and you
gotta get them in rotation,
and they have a new single they'd like that fucking on here.
No, we got Kid Rock. It's like, let's move on. Britney Spears, we get it, we've seen it. Great,
she has sold enough albums, we're good. Yeah, now that I remember it, like if it will last a certain amount of time, it's like we're retiring, it's the last day on TRL,
right?
Till we do a TRL flashback, and then show it. Like,
which bone every say.
Which always pissed me off because there was times on TRL where they would cut a video short, be like, "Well, I wanted to watch."
Right.
And we're now on to number 6. I'm like, you have you have like 2 verses left in that song. Come on. But it was always weird. Like, yeah, Korn would make TRL. Like, TRL seemed like esteemed to just show NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Backstreet Boys, and stuff like that. But there'd be stuff that would seep up through there. Like Korn, Freak on a Leash was there forever.
Kid Rock.
Oh yeah, Kid Rock. Yeah, Kid Rock made it on there.
Man.
What were the Limp Bizkit was a TRL.
Yes.
TRL was big. Jay-Z would make TRL pretty big.
Eminem.
Oh yeah,
I remember
Eminem
Stan.
was
I watched that music. That music video was on all the time.
Oh god, yeah. Stan was. But yeah. Ooh.
I kind of watched TRL. Just go watch an old episode.
Anybody just have TRL? Is there a streaming? Is Paramount Plus have just TRL episodes?
Like, why not?
It's
just you want to relive your youth. So
yeah. This is and live performance. That'd be a shitload of episodes. That show was on daily, like Carson daily. But yeah, NSYNC Bye Bye Bye. That was a trip down memory lane. Just it was a like the thing is I don't think people get like when you bring something like this video on, it's not just like this video. This is a capsule. This is a movement, a phenomenon. Like there's more than like that goes with talking about NSYNC. Like we got off topic a lot because such a staple of pop culture was this video. There's everything around it, everything it was going against, everything it was being on instead of, like, and just how like it's one of those like bye bye bye. Oh shit, I remember what my life was like then, what was going on doing. Like it's crazy because it was so huge. Like this album was like there were people like buying, like I think like the fans of NSYNC wanted to like stick it to the Backstreet Boys, and I think there's a lot of reports of like people buying multiple copies just to try to set that record.
Oh,
because Backstreet Boys had it before with like 1.3 million copies, and they blew this by 1 million. So,
jeez, yeah, I didn't do that. I had ACD, and that was it was good enough for me.
I mean, boy bands they're always a thing. There's always one that comes through, but every time I hear like a new one, and it's like the biggest in the world, and like I'm just so out of it from that demographic. I'm like, there's no way they're as big as NSYNC was,
right?
Or Backstreet. Like what? Okay, no, okay, whatever. What was Harry Styles' band that was like
One Direction?
One Direction was apparently huge. I missed it. I was
BTS
not there.
now is huge.
BTS, like
K-pop. It's like, are you bigger than NSYNC and Backstreet Boys?
Probably. There's possible. That's
well,
global.
There's more people there's we have a larger population than we did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
that's
there's
gonna be my reasoning.
Larger population, but with me not realizing it, like I'm not stuck with that anymore. There's so many options, and I'm old and can ignore stuff too. So I'm like, man, I can be.
I guess it is more impressive to sell that much though now because people are distracted, and it's like a primetime TV. It's cool you have a show on primetime. That doesn't mean it's the biggest TV show anymore. Because we have so many avenues we can go and stream from here. We're not stuck in front of our TV. Although I like the appointment setting TV shows. I like that because it is something you can look forward to. And if you get it all at once, it kind of takes something away from it. Yeah, you're satisfied, but it's kind of nice having to wait. And then you could go to school and talk about it the next day.
The conversation sticks around.
Yeah, go to work and talk about the next day. And
you remember an episode rather than just, it's all kind of happened.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen. It's crazy. What are you watching now?
Yeah, like I think that's how TV is best. And applaud Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, the Hulu, like the people who I think it's just like Netflix now that just sort of like, here's a whole series.
And some people get mad, like, how dare they do it every week? It's like, why not? And that's also smart for business to make sure people, continue to subscribe.
You don't have to, continue to hold on to the subscription, and you don't have to pay for like seasons. Like it's, and your show stays in the conversation. Like, I don't know. I like it.
And it gives people time to jump on board. I feel like. Yeah. Because if it's like, oh, you've already watched the entire series. Oh, I'll catch it later. No big deal.
Exactly. That's the method. Oh, HBO Max does that. Yeah. They do, of course. I have to mention HBO Max. This is the Brandon Peters show where I don't shut up about HBO Max.
Well, to bring it back to the 90s pop, I have some really bad news.
Uh-oh.
As I went to dig up my Sometimes music video because I was going to try to do a screen share.
Okay.
And I know it's still out there. We can grab a screenshot. But the official HD video posted on Britney Spears' YouTube channel. And it's a girl in the striped shorts sitting on the white car.
Okay.
When it goes to the scene where it happens, it's now zoomed in more on Britney.
Oh,
where,
they
like,
fixed it.
To put her out of the shot. Oh, no. There it is. Never mind.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
Hilarious. I didn't go far enough. Oh, bless their hearts. At first I was like, how dare they take this away?
Sometimes I'm really scared of you.
Can I show this to you or do I just have to send you the picture?
You can send me a picture. You can do what you want.
I'll take a screenshot. And
this
send
is
you.
really
I'm
fun
so
for the
excited.
listeners right now. They're like,
You
wait,
can-
I want to see.
Sorry.
I want to see. I want to see.
Edit it. I don't know how to do both. I'll just
It's
look
all
over
good.
here for a second.
So good.
I'm so excited to show you this.
I'm excited to see it. Did you put it in the chat box?
I'm so grabbing it. Hold on. Not grabbing it as deep as she is, though. See if I can copy that. Put that face right here. I'm so excited. It's ridiculous.
So excited.
Sorry. You know what, folks? You know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Where did
You're
I
really
say
going to
that?
want to see this screen grab that we're just going to tease you about.
This is
For a
crotch
music
grab.
video. For a music video that we're
not talking
it's
about.
not our topic.
Okay, but what do you think was bigger, I guess, Britney Spears or Justin Timberlake with NSYNC era?
Ooh. Britney lasted longer, but I think right here, this is the apex. No one did bigger than NSYNC with no strings attached.
Wow.
I would say this, like
Not even
overall,
Backstreet Boys. I know they sold the albums, but
yeah, I say
legacy and everything.
nothing was bigger than Bye Bye Bye.
Wow. It is so good. The whole album's great.
Okay, I'll save it to my desktop. Why is it open? Oh, well, boxer shorts have the hole there. Wow.
Sorry, you probably didn't want to have to like actually edit this.
It's all good. It is okay. Wow. Okay.
I send the link to the video if you have time later. It's
Gotcha.
around that area, so you can actually see her.
Nice.
Go for it. But man, I was so sad. I was like, did they get rid of this? No, they're truckers. They did.
Oh my. Hold
Didn't
on.
go far enough.
It's got an advertisement.
Vagisil.
Nope. It's FanDuel.
Oh,
What in the hell in my algorithm put FanDuel there? Oh. She's fixing her shirts, right? Oh, wait, maybe I don't know. I don't know what that is. She hiding some drugs or something? I said action, Jessica. What? I named her
Hold on.
Jessica. I don't know why I named her Jessica. But
because most girls that age were probably named Jessica or Ashley or Sarah.
okay, true.
Pretty sure. Or Jennifer. Those are
or
probably like the four.
Gotcha. So, okay, well, hey,
Or Brittany.
that'll do it for this week. For our grand finale we've done here of Old Teen Show, The Heights, or you could just let's call it Jessica Week. There we go.
I apologize for taking over.
No, take it over. In fact, I'm gonna take a week off. You just host the show, get yourself a guest. do
Oh
whatever.
man, that's gonna be the hard part. Can you get the guest and prep everything for me?
Yep.
And then
I'm
you
like,
take the week
you want to be
off.
on the Brandon Peters show? Okay. Well, your host is Jessica, and yeah, she's gonna.
I was
she's
like,
gonna do-
yeah, it's fine. Like, this
Definitely.
isn't how Brandon does stuff. Well, it's good. It's my show right now.
There you go. It's
We're going to
Jessica.
talk about music videos where people are scratching their crotches.
Top 10 crotch scrap music videos. There we go. Send us your 10, folks. So
Bye.
As always,
it is an amazing music video.
it
though.
is. It is. It's great. Check it out. You probably already seen it. Watch it again. Get it stuck in your head. But Jessica, it is always great to have you around, and you'll be back sooner rather than later. So
I hope so. It's always nice to be here.
Yeah. So once again, let people know the follow button, the subscribe button, where those can be hit.
I'm over at the Bob and Tom Show, but please follow me on Twitter at Jan Alsman, or Instagram is at Jessica Alsman, which it's ALSMAN. I spell my last name. I get a lot of the O's. And the podcast, the Bob and Tom Show Bits and Pieces podcast. I hang out there. And of course, on the Brandon Peters Show.
That's right.
I pop up here once in a while.
You can hear your voice every episode, every segment, all the time. Yeah. So I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon4KUHD. Written work at WeiserBlue.com. I'll be back next week to wrap up the first year of the Brandon Peters Show as Scott Mendelson returns to finish where we started. So he was my first guest, so why not cap it off with Scott? So,
well, congrats on your first full year. It's very exciting.
Of airing. I was working on it well before that, but to mark where other people could see I was doing stuff. 1 year. You'll be there too, Jessica, in the intros and the outros. So it's gonna be a big old fun time. So in the meantime, always remember to keep the positivity in your online film chatter.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.